Yeah, so if I'm on a relatively shallow edge, I have to turn more. And if I'm on a deeper edge, I actually don't have to turn as much. So that's one reason why deeper edge turns are easier. There's reasons why they're more difficult too, obviously, but if I just do a 3-turn, now see, that's a deep edge and another deep edge. And my 3-turn here, I go in, the tangent to that edge leading in is that, and the tangent to the edge leading out is that. So I actually only turned 45 degrees or so for that 3-turn. So I didn't have to turn as far, so I didn't need as much twisting motion, certainly. I mean, yeah, you can do 3 turns without any twisting motion by imparting rotation to the edge that leads into the turn. But then if you do deeper edges, you don't have to rotate as far. Interesting point, isn't it? And now, I noticed that when we were taking a look at my 3-turn, it's not symmetrical. It's a little more curvy on this going in than coming out. And okay, this is better than average. Many skaters go in very curvy and then pretty straight coming out. In other words, they over-rotate their turns. So many skaters have a tendency to over-rotate their turns. And even Gary Beacom, who knows better, over-rotates his turn. This is not a symmetrical turn, right? Now, so you want to go, to make a symmetrical turn that's not over-rotated, you want to try to imagine doing the opposite of what you're doing. So this is too curvy going in. I'm going to try to make this very straight going in, and then I'm going to try to think about making it curvier on the second side. So I go in straight and then curvy. Well, that still not that symmetrical. Very difficult to do this 3-turn, I just realized. Still not very symmetrical. But the point of this is not, the judges aren't going to come out here and look to make sure that you've done a symmetrical 3-turn, but your skating is just going to all look more beautiful if you can do symmetrical turns that are not over-rotated. And more importantly, your jumps are going to improve if you can do 3 turns that are not over-rotated. So many skaters over-rotate their outside edge leading into their flip jump, for example, that it becomes an edge change or skids and scratches and fighting to stay balanced. And if you can do your 3 turns like this, it's going to make your jumps so much easier, because over-rotated takeoffs lead to under-rotated landings. We want to, we don't want to take shortcuts. So many of us take shortcuts. So this edge leading in comes this way, and over-rotating, so we've got that 45-degree angle that I talked about. That's how much I actually turn. But if I over-rotate, I turn too much, I might come out in this direction relatively straight. In other words, I've rotated a full 90 degrees instead of the 45. I've come out fairly straight and flat, over-rotated turn, and I cut the corner. So these are some of the ways that you can think about improving the quality of your turn. Yeah, so that's it for beginners. Start slowly. You don't need very much speed. Turns are easier with less speed. Practice the edge leading in, practice the edge leading out. Make sure you've got a good ability to do just a slight bounce going to get over your turn, which you don't need at all. But it does make it way easier. So I could, for example, do a 3-turn on a straight, totally straight leg without using my knee, keeping my knee straight. I did a 3-turn, so I don't need to use the bounce method, but it does make it way easier. Interesting, I got quite a nice symmetrical turn there doing that. Maybe there's something to that.